Gotta catch 'em all.
I didn't have the microphone on. Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for joining me on another lovely Thursday evening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Scott. I'm the owner and founder of SJC Collectibles, sjccollectibles.com, where we sell your favorite shiny cardboard at fair, competitive prices. I go live each and every Thursday here on Twitch and YouTube, where we open up product, talk about shiny cardboard, and just anything we really want to. Tonight, I decided I'm just going to open the rest of my Wilderness booster boxes, because why not? It doesn't matter anymore. They're a pain in the butt to ship. They're not worth anything. Let's open them. It is what it is at this point. Shout out to Mitrata and Z Poppy, both here. Thank you for hanging out, guys. Mitrata, you did win my personal playset of Gassian Dythas. Congrats on that. I'll show off this one. The other one will be just for you. But I did sign this one SJC for you. And it's on the card. It's in there, but the other one will be just for you. But let's get started, guys. I have 10 booster boxes. If you guys have never seen a Wilderness booster box get opened, you're not going to see all the cards tonight. It's not what's going to happen. I'm going to do what's called fast opening, and that's just going to be what it is. Because if I'm trying to get through 10 booster boxes, we got to move quickly through it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take a pack. We're going to open it like this. And I'm just going to go to the Dragon of Encanto Falls. Beautiful Isaac Sky Lee card. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there, and these go in the trash. And literally, all we're doing tonight is that same process over and over and over again, 360 times. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky and find one of the secret rares. You never know. It's doubtful, but it could happen. Because honestly, at this point, it's the only reason I'm opening it, just for that chance at a secret rare. The one thing I will say is, since Mike decided to blow up the company on Discord, I have sold a lot more MetaZoo singles since that moment 3 months ago than I have in like the 6 months before then. So, silver lining there, I guess. But when it comes to singles, Wilderness is not one of the big ones. So like some of these hollows, like the Megalodon Tooth Full Hollow, that'll sell quickly. But like Cumberland Dragon Hollow, it's not gonna sell. Most of this bulk, it's not gonna sell. I want to say I have somewhere around probably 65,000 Wilderness cards listed for sale right now. And I sell maybe 10 a month. Oh, drop that one. So yeah, Wilderness is not, it's not worth it from a single standpoint, so. But at the end of the day, I'm opening some packs, having fun, looking back at something that I did enjoy. And realistically, I probably will continue to enjoy in the future. The big thing is, like, I'm just going to collect what I want to collect at this point. And that's why a couple weeks ago I showed off that artwork of Uktina that I got from Lily. I'm currently working with Isaac to get something made. So I'm excited for that. I had been talking to Afton a little bit about something. But I haven't pulled the trigger with Afton yet. But I am in line with Isaac, and I got my Lily art back, so maybe once I get my Isaac art back, I'll work with Afton to get something made. I know Chris and Poncho are done. They're not going to do anything MetaZoo, so nothing from them, unfortunately. Honestly, I don't know who else I would even want something from at this point. There we go. Finally got a nice hit. First nice hit of the night. And if you guys didn't see, we finally got our first spoiler of the silver ticket. We didn't see the whole card. It was just the teeniest, tiniest border. But I mean, seeing the gold and seeing the bronze, we can probably infer what it would have looked like. But just in silver. I didn't see that. Was it... Hold on. It was either Seb or Sayabon. Let me get the correct information. It was Sayabon. Yeah. Posted on their Instagram story. It's no longer there, and stupid me didn't take a screenshot. But you couldn't really see anything anyways. Issue. Another Isaac card. So, I mean, you couldn't see anything, and I know some people reached out and said just show us the whole thing because it doesn't matter anymore. To which the response was, go pull it, and then you can post the art yourself. So they're still gatekeeping the silver ticket. So, I mean, we don't know what it looks like. Well, that's one booster box. haven't checked recently. What are Prism Auras selling for nowadays? Are they down to like 15 bucks yet? That'd be my guess. If they're even selling. I finally threw away all of my empty Nightfall boxes. I had probably 20 or 30 empty Nightfall boxes. And so I finally threw all those away. I still have my sealed Nightfall boxes. Because I'm still trying to get a Nightfall draft to fire, but I can't get my old Nashville players to come together to have an event. I keep trying, but it's just not working out. Because I think a Nightfall draft would be a ton of fun. Oh, Blick Monster. Because the game was definitely a lot more simple back in the Nightfall era. No special auras. I don't think there's even special Terras yet. You just had to play the game. These last couple packs just didn't want to open, so hopefully that means something good is coming. Honestly, if I had the disposable income, I would buy the Walking Sam Secret Rare that's available for sale right now. I hate to admit it. If I had the money, I would probably pull the trigger. Another dragon. The MetaZoo soundtrack is so good. Nightfall is still my favorite of the MetaZoo songs, though. Like, it's not even close. Like, it's Nightfall. UFO's good. The original is good. Nightfall, God tier. Let's see. We did get Seance. We got Native. We didn't get a Hello Kitty one, did we? I wonder if there's supposed to be a song for Hello Kitty. Golden Bear. It's a fun card. I like that one. I had a good conversation with Rudy the other night, actually, over on Patreon. Talking about kind of our disappointment in the leadership of MetaZoo. But if you want to continue to be here and you're over on Twitch, there's about to be a 3-minute ad break. So, if you don't want to have to sit through 3 minutes of ads, you can subscribe for $5 or use your free Twitch Prime subscription to skip that 3-minute ad break. If you don't know how to use your Twitch Prime subscription, type !Prime here in the chat. And if none of those options sound good to you, well, I'll see you after the 3-minute ad break. And if you sit through it, I do appreciate you. I do earn revenue from that. So, the ad break is about to start. Enjoy your break, and we will see you back here in a few minutes. I might need to plug my fan in. It was a scorcher here in Nashville today. It got up over 80 degrees. Two boxes in, one Prismora. Harley, what is up? Harley, over on YouTube. Cheers to you, my friend. Welcome in, my friend. We're just ripping open some dead product. It costs almost as much to ship it as it does to sell it, so we're just opening it. Seeing if we can hit something good tonight. Probably not, but you never know. Double stream YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, so now that Twitch removed their restriction on multi-streaming, we're able to get both going, which is great. Mitrada, thank you so much for spending your Bezos bucks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 20 months, holy crap. Crystalline, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I just paid for Streamlabs, so I can do that now, I guess, too. Just need a better computer. Yeah, so I use OBS. OBS has a plugin called Multiple Output. And Multiple Output allows you to use OBS and stream in both. And it's free, so that's why I use it. I mean, OBS definitely takes a little bit of work to get up and running and get used to it, but I mean, I've been using OBS for almost 3 years now, so I'm used to it at this point. Looks like we found ourselves a reverse hollow box. Oh, what an awful pull. Do you guys remember when this set was brand new and Rudy pulled a non-hollow awful? I wonder whatever happened to that card, because I've not seen it come up for sale. So I know somebody out there has it. I just don't know who. I switched away from OBS because it was harder on a Mac. Yeah. Yep. It's a lot tougher on Mac. Thankfully, John and I, we have a couple gaming PCs. And so, I actually use the gaming laptop to stream on, and it works great. I'll come over here where the party is at. The biggest difference is you get to see your messages up here between YouTube and Twitch, because unfortunately there's not a good plugin that I'm aware of that combines the chat from both Twitch and YouTube. Like, there very well could be one out there, and I'm just not aware of it. You know, my guess would be whatever the app is that Ludwig Ogren was working on. We're looking at getting the Mac 2 Studio now. Yeah, so I use my Mac to edit videos. Spoilers, I haven't edited videos in a long time, and I very rarely do because I'm a bad YouTuber. But I use my Mac to edit my videos, but I use a PC to stream on. Because my Adobe Premiere is on my MacBook. Big Bird. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just how I do it, like, but if, Streamlabs works for you on your Mac, do it on the Mac, because honestly, Macs are easier to run on. How's it been otherwise? Honestly, man, I've been so busy, it is crazy. So, I don't know if you had heard, but as a store, I've moved away from selling sealed products. So, SGC Collectibles, we mainly focus on selling singles now. If you guys watch TCG Bulk Kings over on YouTube, shout out to him. He is amazing. His slogan is, every card has value. And we've basically shifted our mindset to that. And our business has picked up a ton. But, you know, instead of selling one booster box and making, you know, $5 after fees and shipping, you know, now we're selling 700-800 cards every 2 or 3 days, you know, and after selling 700 or 800 cards, you know, we're looking to make like $200 to $300 off of those, which is a lot better, honestly. So if you know anybody selling Magic the Gathering cards, send them my way. I'll buy the Magic the Gathering bulk. I'm paying $5 per 1,000. And if you have 20,000 or more, I'll even chip in on the shipping costs to get them to me. Smoke Squad Collectibles, hit me up. Still trying to work out a deal with them. Claim its rightful place. Oh, I hear screaming. I think I see him. But yeah, been busy with that. Working with Starbucks to help open up a new store here in Metro Nashville. It's a beautiful store. Oh my God, is it gorgeous. Like, I've been to Starbucks all over the country. I've visited Starbucks on 3 different continents. Like, I've seen a lot of Starbucks. This is probably the most beautiful Starbucks I've ever seen. I don't know anyone that does Magic, Pokemon only, and of course Kickstarter. Yeah, I'm not touching Kickstarters. I mean, if you know anybody with Paldean Fates 151, or what's the new one? I forget what the new set is that's releasing this week or next week. But I'm looking for some bulk of those. I love when you get real cups at Starbucks. So they're bringing that back, Mitrata. So with this being a new store, we actually got the new cups that are being used. And so we're actually using the 4 here cups. So I want to be perfectly clear. I do not speak for Starbucks or the company. They're a Fortune 500 company. They don't need money. I want to be very clear on that. And they might be run by supervillains. I'm not 100% sure on that. That is just kind of a thought in the back of my head. But if you do choose to go to Starbucks and support them financially, you can ask for 4 here cups if you sit down in their cafe. And they should be providing them at this point in time. I can say I've been to the OG Starbucks, known for giving Scott's beginning. I don't think you have. You've been to a Starbucks that I've worked at. But that was my second store. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've worked at 8 different stores now. But yes, you have seen the second store. But if you're ever up here in Nashville again, definitely check out the new store. I'm probably not going to be there much longer, because they're kind of up and running at this point. So I'm going to be transferring back to my home stores soon. But if you're up here in Nashville again, definitely check out this new store, because it is beautiful. The designers did an absolutely incredible job with it. But yeah, the first store that I worked at, I will never go back there unless the building is on fire and I'm bringing the marshmallows. Like, it is hands down the worst place I've ever worked in my entire life. And I used to clean bathrooms at a state park when I was a kid. And working at this first Starbucks for me was worse than that. By a lot. We've been making many trips through there on our way to my dad's place. Still dealing. Yeah. Starbucks bathrooms are always horrible. It depends. So like the district I'm working with right now, like, is definitely a focus to keep the bathrooms nice and clean. And definitely at this new store, they're really nice. Because the sinks alone in the new store were $7 grand each. Cool. Squirtle Gaming! 32 months. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for spending your Bezos box. Almost at the 3-year mark. Let's frickin' go! Thank you so much, Squirtle. I appreciate you being here, my friend. And thank you for spending your Bezos box. I'm gonna have to look, Squirtle. I don't know if I have a 3-year badge set up yet or not. Squirtle, if I don't have a 3-year badge set up yet, I'm gonna let you pick the Pokeball that goes with it. So it has to be one that I haven't used yet. So it can't be like the Rocket Ball or the GS Ball, the Friendship Ball. It can't be any of those. But if you want to pick out a Pokeball, you get to pick whatever the next badge is that I have. Because I think Eric missed a month. So I think my friend missed a month. So I think you are alone at the top of the heap of the subscribers. Ultra Beast. So I already have that. I know for a fact I have that one. I forget which month it is. It might actually be the 3-year one. I'm not 100% sure. But I do know that I have the Ultra Beast. Or the Beast Ball. Because I did make a Beast Ball one. I know that for sure. Man, we are 4 boxes in and we've gotten one Prismora. Love Ball. Ooh, I'll have to check on that. I'm not sure that I've used the Love Ball yet. That might be a good one. Pardon me, guys. Just getting rid of some of this bulk so that we can keep going on to the next box. Okay, I need to get the fan. 1 second. There we go. Got the fan blowing. How goes it with MetaPoo? I mean, so honestly, Squirtle, what I'm doing is I am just opening these boxes because at the price that they are currently selling for, it's basically my shipping cost. So, I'm opening them and just seeing if I can hit a secret rare. Because if I hit a secret rare, they've been selling between as low as like $250 and as high as like $700 recently. So, honestly, this just makes me so sad. The music, seeing the cars, sucks ass still, even though I knew it was coming last year. Yeah, there's a reason I'm opening this product and listening to this music. The reason I'm doing it, Harley, is because I am sad. I'm sad. I'm angry. Like, I love this game. And because of Mike and Andy, they blew it up. A lot of potential empowerment. Exactly, Squirtle. It was a leadership disaster. And if it wasn't for Mike and Andy, this game had every opportunity and advantage to be massive. Like, they boomed at the exact perfect moment. The Kickstarter was successful. They had world-class artists. Literally, if Mike and Andy didn't take so much money out of the company and bet the entire farm on the Sanrio collaboration, I think the biggest mistake was when they started upping the print runs, though. Like, so, I mean, obviously, Cryptonation First Edition, the print run was too small. I think Nightfall was perfect. If they would have kept the print runs the same size as Nightfall, not tried to be Icarus and go to the sun, but just kept the print runs small and tight, and left the MSRP at $99.99. Because I don't know how many people actually know this, but Cryptonation First Edition, I got my boxes for $50. I paid $50 shipped for my boxes of Cryptonation First Edition, and when I sold them for $99.99 because that's what MetaZoo wanted me to do. And as long as I agreed to sell them at that price, I would get an extra 100 boxes. I mean, obviously before shipping and selling fees and all that, but 100 boxes at $50 profit, you can do the math. And I really think if MetaZoo didn't get greedy, I really think if MetaZoo didn't get greedy, it could have been easily one of the biggest games in the world. Big loss with ETH. Yeah, I mean, their bet on crypto was terrible. But I mean, it makes sense that Mike was a crypto bro. I mean, that makes sense. Ooh, our second one. They must have seen a mirage of green in the desert, then got caught in the delusion. Yeah, I mean, let's face it. Cryptonation First Edition and Nightfall were incredible. It was a wild ride. For the stores that were actually doing the right thing and selling at MSRP, it was great for the stores and the customers. And then Cryptonation Second Edition happened. Ooh. That was bad. And then Wilderness happened. And that was worse than CN2. Then UFO happened. Ugh. I thought UFO was gonna bankrupt me. I really did. Then Seance and all the issues with Seance. And then I was one of the lucky stores with Native. A lot of stores got screwed over with Native. I was one of the lucky few. And Native saved me from Wilderness and UFO. And then the smartest thing I ever did was refuse my entire Hello Kitty order. I took just enough product to fulfill the pre-orders that I had from Patreon members. And not a single piece more. Because at that point, I had already decided that I was not going to be a partner store moving forward anymore. And so I didn't care what happened when I refused my entire order. And well, it was the right move. But I will say, switching to a singles mindset for a store, so much better. Like, all this over here, you guys can't really see it, but this pile right here is getting a little bit bigger right now, because that's my magic pile. I never did get any native, really. That's not true, Harley. You got one of my bundles. Or you got two of my bundles. Because we traded for it. Or what? Is it a cake? I mean, Harley, that was our trade. Was on native. I guess I don't remember exactly what you got. I don't remember. But yeah, no matter how you look at it, MetaZoo screwed up. I'm incredibly sad. Honestly, I'm happy selling singles. Because it is a lot less of a headache to have 250,000 cards listed for sale, which literally after last night posting, oh my god, I finally hit 250,000 cards. I'm already several hundred below again. So I hit 250,000. It lasted about an hour. And it's just been going down since. Any MetaZoo you sent, I kept sealed somewhere. Nice. I've kept my entire collection. Everything that I've had for myself, like my player set and my Gassy sketch card, any of my signed cards, like I've kept all that stuff, but like I've always sold the cards, so I just need to list my Rat King. I'll give you the next booster box that I was going to open for that Rat King promo. Still want a Caster Cup pack? I thought Kai had a couple Caster Cup packs available. I could be wrong, but I thought he did. Would you ever consider commission work? For example, I send you cards, you sell in your store, and you keep a percentage. Honestly, Squirtle, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But like the thing is, unless they're like high value cards, like I doubt I have enough of a presence online for it to really be worth it. But like, if you just want stuff gone, it's like, especially if you have 151 Paldean Fates or whatever the new set is, I'm looking for bulk from those because I don't have any. Or if you have like old XY black and white bulk, I'm always looking for that because I have very little. But only if it has a ticket. I would love to pull... I'd love to pull a ticket. Because I'm pretty sure I still have Mike's cell phone number. Not 100% sure. I'd have to dig. That pack is worth $10 at best. But there are peeps pay high. I mean... hardly. Oh, he changed it? Of course he did. Of course he did. I'm always surprised at how much MetaZoo I sell. Is there a Wonka ticket? So Squirtle, there is a bronze, a silver, and a gold ticket. We've seen the bronze and the gold ticket. No one's pulled a silver ticket yet. Sayabon, the artist, did post a picture of the border the other day on Instagram, on their story. But technically the tickets are redeemable for things, but I mean, I doubt you'd be able to get the stuff at this point, but So the bronze ticket is a Kickstarter booster box. The silver ticket is a prototype Mothman card. So before the sample cards, these are the cards that Mike printed at home. And then the gold ticket was supposed to be equity in the company. So I mean, at this point, I think the only value is just having the card. It's a binding contract whether business is up or not. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of artists were just trying to keep their job, unfortunately. Things got ugly in the end. That's all I'll say about it. I've had some private conversations with artists, and it got real ugly. Honestly, I would wear it as a badge of honor that Andy hated you. I would agree, Squirtle, but there's been some fuckery recently with some of the prototype Mothman cards, because a certain Whatnot streamer has ended up with a bunch of them. Supposedly, they are not the ones for the ticket holders. But let's be honest, if Mike printed these cards at home, who knows how many there are out there. I don't get how people can hate on others. Yeah, I mean, legal ass adults acting like children. I don't get it either, man. It is what it is. MetaZoo was like Mean Girls. MetaZoo was actually just a manifested version of the burn book. That's all it was. It's literally just the burn book came to life. I have no idea what is happening. My activity feed on OBS is freaking out. I don't know what it's doing. Got an orange Iowa dragon that time instead of a red one. If you went along, you were accepted. To an extent. Because, I mean, like, I feel like I was always, like, accepted along for the ride, but, like, begrudgingly. So I think it was one of those things like, ugh, he was here early, screw it, we'll just keep him along for the ride. I updated Prism a few weeks ago and it's messed up my previous setting connection to YouTube. So I mean, I know you stream from your phone, Squirtle. So I don't know how that works. Because I've used the Prism Studios on desktop. But that's because, like, you know, I have my camera, my webcam, and I have, you know, a whole streaming setup. That's the only reason that I use the desktop version of it. But I mean, now that OBS has the multiple output, it's really helpful to just be able to stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And just using OBS, but I don't think you really want to start streaming from your laptop since you're so used to your phone. But is there a way to revert to a previous version of Prism? You wanted me to multi... Where would you multi-stream to? You gonna live stream on TikTok until the government shuts that crap down? Because let's censor TikTok. That's the pressing issue in America, guys. Twitch is an option. True. Have you ever streamed on Twitch? I don't think I've ever seen you. I mean, I haven't gotten a go live notification from you on Twitch, but I guess it could have been a while ago and I just forgot. X, TikTok, and YouTube. No. Oh crap! What is it? Kick? No kick streaming, Harley. It's where all the cool kids are streaming nowadays. I did way back in the days. Gotcha. That's for the I don't think you could pay me to stream on... I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a number. They could pay me, but, like, I would not willingly choose to stream on Kit. There's a new option in OBS now to do vertical streaming. And so, like, essentially I would have, like, this screen that I'm looking at now for YouTube and Twitch, but then I'd have a secondary setup where it's just, like, the middle of my screen, and I could design it to be for TikTok. So there's now an option where I could do 3 streams, and I'm just like, no. My computer barely keeps up with 2 streams. We don't need to destroy my computer with a 3rd. Ooh. I should try going live directly on YouTube, but I want to be able to add music. Yeah. I don't mind having... Because I have my... I can't say her name. But I have my Dot right there, and my microphone here picks up multi-directional sound. So that's how I get around it. It's not perfect. My sound like I could definitely have music playing. I could have music playing on my computer, but then I wouldn't be able to hear it, and that's boring. Yep, that one. Yeah, I do have Amazon listening devices in every room of my house, so. But that's mostly because, like, everywhere but my office, we have smart technology throughout our house. So I haven't had to turn off a light in a long time, except for when I would, like, go to New York and stay in a hotel, and I'd have to, like, get out of bed to turn off the light. I'm like, ugh. How do people live like this? Government's always listening in. Look, man, I carry around an iPhone in my pocket every day. I work for a Fortune 500 company that requires me to wear a headset. I'm always being tracked and listened to anyways. Bring a clapper with you. I remember those commercials. Those are good commercials. Clap on. Clap off. Yeah, it's really convenient. Unfortunately, I could not get my landlord to agree to put in a smart thermostat. Oh, Mitrata. I mean, obviously, because you're cheering at the end of a movie while you're laying in bed, I understand what you're saying, but just round of applause at the end of a movie. As a white person, I have to clap when the plane lands. But yeah, it's really nice because, like, we have it set up to where, like, you know, I say her name and then I say it's movie time. And if I do that in the living room, like, all of the lights turn down, the TV turns on and sets the volume to what we like. White people don't do that? Harley, you have not flown Spirit or Southwest for a long time, I'm guessing. There's a Technology Connections episode on the Clapper you should watch. Oh, what is the Y-Files uploading tonight? I didn't even check to see what this week's episode was about. I saw he did some compilation thing. Well, as someone who only flies on Southwest, there's a lot of old white people that like to clap when the plane lands. Okay. We are almost done with box number 8, and we've only pulled 2 prisms. It's not very good. They're a death trap? I said Southwest, not American Airlines? Because if you haven't been paying attention, American Airlines is having a really bad week. I think it's been like 10 days now, but still, American is not having a good time right now. Pretty good average. I mean, how many? Is it 25,000 of them? So it should be 1 out of 4-ish boxes on average. A little bit less than 1 out of 4 because you have all the auxiliary products. I mean, to be fair, the only secret rare I've ever pulled was out of native, which is probably one of the smallest print runs. Besides CN1 and Hello Kitty. Peninsula Python ends off box number 8. And once again, I need to clean up the bulk to make some more room on the desk. Ooh, MetaZoo. Gotta head out and get things ready for tomorrow. Take care. Have a good night, Squirtle. I will see. I should be lurking on Saturday morning, so I will see you on Saturday morning, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. I would never fly with them no matter how. Yeah, but see, you get to fly for free on a ritzy airline. So that's different. I mean, for domestic flights, fuck it. Let the plane go down. I don't care. I'm not afraid of death. But when I fly overseas, I do fly generally in one of the bigger companies. I usually go with United when I go overseas, though. United's usually been pretty good to me. Eight years ago, when I went to China, United had a really good deal. I got to fly out of Detroit back when I lived in Michigan. So it was Detroit to Dallas, Dallas to Beijing, and it was like $700 round trip. And I was just like, run the card. We're going to China. We'll figure out how to get the visas and all that later, but just run the card. We're going. And I mean, we were lucky. We were able to get the visas on time, expedite them, and we got to go. It was a great trip. I loved it. I can't wait to go back to China. I think John and I are going to try to go back next year for the Spring Festival, because we missed it this year. Because John had to go back during COVID, during one of the peaks of it, because his grandma got really sick. Thankfully she pulled through, but it was definitely a scary moment. But I didn't get to go with him on that trip. But hopefully next year for Spring Festival we're able to go back. Because I definitely want to go back to Xi'an. I really love that city. It was a lot of fun. Xi'an and Chengdu. If you guys ever go to China, check out those two cities. They're really cool. Xi'an is where the Terracotta Army is. And the Terracotta Army was by far the coolest thing I've ever seen. Ba 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 na na. Step grandmother-in-law. That is a lot of layers of connection. Golden Bear. I'm getting tired, guys. It's been a long day. I forget which airline my friend works for, but he lives in New York City, and he does a lot of international flights, and I'm always jealous seeing where he's at. Better place in here. Wilderness. I can't wait to get in my Fallout Commander decks. That way I can show off the Mothman deck. I honestly don't even know if I'm going to open them up on stream. I might just throw them in my card sorter. I mean, that's 800 cards. Operations Tower. I'm really trying to decide if I want to keep one of the decks or if I just want to get rid of all of the cards. Alrighty, guys, here we go with the last Wilderness box that SJZoo Collectibles has. I still have UFO booster boxes. Not many, like 4 or 5. And then I have my Nightfall boxes. That if I can get a draft going, I want to do a draft with them. If not, honestly, I'm probably just going to leave my Nightfall sealed and open them at a later time. Because Nightfall's still my favorite set. But we're opening our Wilderness, getting it out of the way. Eventually I'll sort all the singles and get them listed, but right now we're just opening them, seeing what we can get. We'll have to wait and see what I do next week. We might finish out UFO. I have so many UFO blisters, though. Do you have native booster boxes left? I do not. I sold all my native booster boxes because I was one of the few partner stores that actually got them. And that I gave 2 cases to Kendall. I have a sealed case of blisters still. I mean, my secret rare came out of a blister. Because after I shipped all my orders and I offered out the breaks for 2 weeks, I ended up having 3 blisters left. And I opened the 3 blisters, and the third one had the secret rare bottle of hoof glue in it. So I opened 3 blisters for myself, and I had it in there. I mean, that's on brand for MetaZoo, but I helped Kendall as much as I could. Because I helped Kendall to get stuff for the tower. But it was really bad what they did. I know. Because So what I did with MetaZoo was I always kept one case of booster boxes for breaks, and one case would go in my vault. Well, I gave those 2 cases to Kendall, so I didn't have breaks other than blisters, and I didn't have my sealed case for the vault. Windy City got an entire pallet and didn't tell them. Yeah. There are 4 stores that got either a pallet or more. I know of at least 4 stores that either got 1 or 2 pallets when other stores got 0. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Mirada. Like, it is my property. I can do what I want with it. But, let's go! But they should have stopped the delivery until all partners could get it, or made sure everybody got at least a case and then divvied it up based on when you paid and all that, like they did. But because MetaZoo was always having partners pay for the print runs, basically they gave it to the people who paid for product on pre-order because we paid for the product. Which, for right or wrong, it is what it is. Well, 10 booster boxes, 3 prisms. No upside down. Oh well. Still beautiful cards. I am down a few of them. I've given a few away, so it'll be nice to add some more back to the stack. But guys, that's going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to call it there. We've been live for an hour and a half. I'm tired, so I'm going to call it there. It's better than my first 10. Didn't hit my first till box 12. Oof. That's just bad luck. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of tonight's stream. Thanks for hanging out as we say goodbye to Wilderness. RIP. I will be live next Thursday. I don't know what I'm opening yet. We're going to have to wait and figure it out. Who knows? Maybe it'll be UFO. Maybe I'll go buy some Pokemon. Maybe I'll buy Magic. Who knows? I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But with that being said, guys, that's the end of tonight's stream. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Shout out to Mirada and Cool Squirtle Gaming for using their Prime subscriptions. I appreciate you guys so much. Harley, thank you as always for being here, hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Until I see you guys again, have a great night. Stay safe, stay healthy out there. Wash your damn hands. Drink some water, your kidneys will thank you. Bye.
Gotta catch 'em all.